When most people start growing food, they plant tomatoes, lettuce, and herbs. These crops are satisfying to grow and delicious to eat, but they share a critical limitation. They provide almost no calories. A pound of lettuce contains fewer than 70 calories, which means you could eat your entire harvest and still starve. This is not a problem when gardening is a hobby supplementing meals you buy at the store. But if you are serious about food security and want a garden that could actually sustain your family during difficult times, you need to think differently. You need to grow calories, not just vegetables. The distinction between nutrition and calories is something most gardeners never consider. We hear constantly about vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but rarely about the energy our bodies need simply to survive. An average adult requires around 2,000 calories per day just to maintain basic functions. During physical labor, that number climbs even higher. If your garden produces only low-calorie vegetables, you could work all day tending and harvesting and still not produce enough energy to replace what you burn doing the work. This is the trap that beautiful gardens full of greens and tomatoes can create. They look productive, but they cannot sustain life on their own. True food security requires calorie crops. These are vegetables and grains that provide substantial energy per pound and can form the foundation of a survival diet. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, winter squash, dry beans, and corn are the champions of backyard calorie production. They store well without refrigeration, which means you can grow them in summer and eat them through winter. They provide the carbohydrates, proteins, and fats that human bodies need for sustained energy. And they produce impressive yields from small spaces when grown correctly. Potatoes are perhaps the most important calorie crop for home gardeners. A single plant can produce several pounds of tubers containing over 300 calories per pound. The Irish survived primarily on potatoes for generations because this one crop could provide enough energy to sustain hard-working families from small plots of land. Growing potatoes is straightforward even for beginners. You plant seed potatoes in spring hill soil around the stems as they grow and harvest after the plants die back in fall. A 10-foot row can easily produce 50 pounds of potatoes, which represents over 15,000 calories from minimal space. Sweet potatoes offer similar calorie density with the added benefit of exceptional nutrition. They are rich in vitamin A fiber and complex carbohydrates that provide steady energy rather than sugar spikes. Sweet potatoes grow differently than regular potatoes. You plant slips, which are rooted sprouts in warm soil after frost danger passes. The vines spread across the ground and develop tubers beneath the surface throughout summer. Harvest comes in fall, before frost damages the roots. Properly cured sweet potatoes store for months in a cool, dry location, providing calories deep into winter. Winter squash deserves more attention from food security gardeners. Butternut, acorn hubbard, and other storage varieties produce dense flesh packed with carbohydrates and nutrients. A single squash vine can yield 30 pounds or more of fruit that stores for 6 months without any processing. The seeds are edible too, providing protein and healthy fats. I grow winter squash vertically on strong trellises to save ground space, and the heavy fruits hang suspended in mesh slings until harvest time. This one crop provides a significant portion of our stored calories each year. Dry beans are the protein foundation of any serious food garden. Unlike green beans picked young and eaten fresh, dry beans mature fully on the vine and store indefinitely without refrigeration. A pound of dried beans contains over 1,500 calories plus substantial protein that complements the carbohydrates from other crops. Kidney beans, black beans, pinto beans, and many other varieties grow easily in home gardens. You plant them after frost, let them mature completely, and harvest when the pods are dry and brittle. Properly stored dry beans remain viable for years, giving you a protein reserve that requires no electricity to maintain. Corn presents challenges for small space gardeners, but remains worth considering for serious calorie production. Field corn grown to full maturity and dried provides the foundation for cornmeal, polenta, and countless other staple foods. Sweet corn eaten fresh is delicious, but provides far fewer calories than dried corn ground into meal. If you have room for a substantial block of corn, the calorie return can be impressive. You need at least a 10 by 10 foot area for adequate pollination, and the plants are heavy feeders that require fertile soil. But the reward is a grain crop that stores indefinitely and provides energy-dense food throughout the year. The yield per square foot matters enormously when planning a calorie-focused garden. Lettuce might produce 2 pounds per square foot, but those pounds contain almost no energy. Potatoes can produce 4 pounds per square foot, and those pounds contain real sustenance. When space is limited, every planting decision should consider calorie return alongside other factors like nutrition and enjoyment. I maintain a spreadsheet that tracks calories produced per square foot for every crop I grow, and this data guides my planning each season. Storage is what transforms a seasonal harvest into year-round food security. Calorie crops share the advantage of storing well through traditional methods that require no electricity. Potatoes keep for months in a cool, dark root cellar, or even buried in the ground under heavy mulch. Winter squash cures on a shelf and slowly sweetens over months of storage. Dry beans and corn store indefinitely in sealed containers protected from moisture and pests. These crops were the foundation of food security for thousands of years, before refrigeration existed, and they can serve that role again for anyone willing to learn the old techniques. The calorie garden does not replace other vegetables, but rather provides the foundation they build upon. You still want tomatoes for vitamins and flavor. You still want greens for minerals and fresh eating. You still want herbs for medicine and seasoning. But without the calorie crops underneath, these additions cannot sustain life during extended disruptions. Think of calories as the structure of the house, and other vegetables as the furnishings. Both matter, but one must come first. Growing calorie crops requires different techniques than growing salad vegetables. These plants are generally larger and need more space. They are heavier feeders that demand fertile soil and consistent moisture during critical growth phases. They have longer seasons, which means earlier planting and later harvest. They require curing and storage preparation that salad crops never need. The learning curve is steeper, but the payoff in food security is proportionally greater. Every skill you develop around calorie crops makes your household more resilient against whatever challenges the future might bring. Soil fertility becomes even more critical when growing energy-dense crops. Potatoes and corn are notorious for depleting nutrients quickly because they produce so much biomass from the minerals they extract. Without replenishment, yields decline rapidly over successive seasons. I address this through heavy composting, cover cropping, and rotation patterns that rebuild what calorie crops consume. Legumes, like beans, actually add nitrogen to soil through bacterial partnerships in their roots. By following heavy feeding crops with nitrogen-fixing crops, I maintain fertility without purchased inputs. Water management also differs for calorie production. Many energy-dense crops need consistent moisture during specific growth phases. Potatoes forming tubers cannot tolerate drought, or yields suffer dramatically. Corn-filling kernels needs water when tassels appear or ears remain stunted. Squash developing fruit requires steady hydration through midsummer. I prioritize water allocation to calorie crops during dry periods because the return in stored food is so much greater than other vegetables. A missed watering on lettuce costs me a few salads. A missed watering on potatoes costs me months of winter eating. The security that calorie gardening provides extends beyond emergency preparedness. Knowing that your land can actually feed you creates a psychological stability that hobby gardening never matches. When grocery prices spike, your stored potatoes and beans insulate you from the impact. When supply chains struggle, your root cellar remains full. This is not about expecting disaster, but about building genuine resilience into everyday life. The skills and stores you develop serve you constantly, even when nothing goes wrong. I want to address the concern that calorie-focused gardening sacrifices is enjoyment for utility. This has not been my experience at all. Freshly dug potatoes roasted with herbs from the garden are among the most satisfying meals I eat. Winter squash slow roasted until caramelized rivals any restaurant dish. Homegrown dried beans simmered into soup have a flavor and texture that canned beans cannot approach. The crops that provide security also provide pleasure, and the knowledge that you grew sustenance adds satisfaction that store-bought food can never match. The learning curve for calorie gardening is real but manageable. Start with 1 or 2 crops in your first season and expand as your skills develop. Potatoes are the most forgiving entry point because they produce reliably, even with imperfect technique. Add winter squash in year 2 and dry beans in year 3. By your fourth season, you will have experience with all the major calorie crops and confidence in your ability to produce real food security from your own land. Each year builds on the last, and the compounding knowledge makes every subsequent season more productive. Space requirements are less than many people assume. A family of 4 can produce a meaningful portion of their annual calories from a garden measuring just 1,000 square feet. This is smaller than many suburban lawns and vastly smaller than the acreage that industrial agriculture would require to produce the same food. Intensive techniques like vertical growing, wide spacing, and succession planting maximize yields from limited areas. You do not need a farm to achieve food security. You need knowledge, skill, and commitment applied consistently to whatever space you have available. If you have been gardening for years without ever growing serious calories, I encourage you to reconsider your approach this season. Add some potato beds alongside your tomatoes. Plant winter squash, where you might have grown more zucchini. Replace one row of green beans with dry beans destined for storage. These small shifts begin the transition toward genuine food security without abandoning the crops you already enjoy. Over time, your garden will evolve into something that could actually sustain your family if circumstances ever demanded it. That capability, once developed, remains with you forever.